Welcome back to Asben TV. My name is Benjamin. Today we are going to retouch this particular image, and as we all know, this is a very rough image and it is in its raw state. So what we're going to do right now is we remove the blemishes from this image. That we can see there are many pimples, they are too bold and the skin is rough, but at the end you'll get to know the result. So let's move on. What we are going to do right now is that you hold Ctrl J to duplicate this layer. After that, you move to the toolbar, okay? Then you select spot healing brush. This one, the spot healing brush. After selecting the spot healing brush, what you're going to do is you hold the open bracket key to increase the size of the spot healing brush. Then you start to remove the blemishes from that particular skin, okay? So you do it one after the other. All right, make sure you get a smooth texture on the skin. So we will repeat this process because the pimples are too many. I will repeat this process, the same thing on the skin. If it is small pimples, we will reduce it. If it is big, we will increase it. So we will remove it until we are done. So let's be fast so that we can calculate our time. Okay. So right now, thank you for still sticking to the end of this video. So we can turn off the second layer to see how the texture is. So this was the original and this is how we are having it for now. Although you won't get it to be that smooth because the skin is too rough. So what we're going to do now is we will hold Ctrl J again to duplicate this layer. Now let's organize the layer. So we are going to rename this particular layer as texture. Then we will name the second layer as color layer. Okay, so let's make it as color. All right, so now we will turn off the texture layer here. Then we will select the color layer. Then we will move to filter, select blur. Then we will choose Gaussian blur. All right, so when we choose Gaussian blur, we are going to extend this radius to the limit where we cannot see any detailed rough surface here. Okay, so this is 2.2. Let's move it to, okay, all right, this is good. 4 is good, so like 4.2 is okay. Then you click OK. Now you will select the texture layer, you will turn it on, then you move to image, then you will select apply image. So we will make the color layer, we will select the layer as color, then we will leave the channel as RGB, then we will make the blending mode to subtract. Okay, now we will make the scale as 1, then the offset will be 128. Then you will leave the preserve transparency and the max and keep the opacity as 100. Then you click OK. So now we are going to do is after here you move to the blending mode, then you select linear light. All right, so you can choose to do it as vivid light, hard light, or maybe other one you want it to be. But right now what you will select is you will pick linear light. Okay, so after selecting linear light, you hold Control Alt, then we will select the texture and the color layer. After that you hold Control J to group the layers. So let's open this layer here and select the color layer. Then you move to the toolbar and select your brush. After that, right click on the brush and pick mixture brush 2. So this is the settings you are going to use. All right, so you make the brush mode as clean brush, then you select this particular one. The weight you make it 80, then you make the load 75, the mixture 90, and the flow to be 100%. Now you use the bracket open button to increase and decrease the size of the brush tip on this skin. So now let's go. We are going to brush it off. So what you do right now is that when you look at this particular image, it is too rough and the colors are different. Okay, because we have light skin here, dark skin here, and we have maybe in between the dark and the light skin also there. So you cannot brush it through like this. You see, when it comes this way, it means you are spreading all the light. So hold Control Z to undo. So now let's go. We'll brush it according to. So I'm just increasing the load. Okay. Then let's increase the mixture to 100 too. So this is the previous image and this is the current image. So up to this limit, we are not done. Okay, so we will keep on to adjust the blending options. Sorry, we keep on to brush over the rough areas. All right. So what we are going to do right now is that we will move to the adjustment layer here. Then we will select color selective. So we will adjust the reds. Okay, adjust the red to -30. All right. Then you reduce the black to -22. Then the magenta, let's know how best we can move it. So let's move it to -18. Then the yellow to let's keep it at plus 38. Then we will move on backwards. Let's select the magentas. All right. So let's keep the black to plus 11. Then we leave this one to the magenta to plus 82. So now let's add black to it. So let's keep the blacks at 6. Positive 6. Let's add white to it. Okay, so now absolute will be like this. Okay, so now we will leave it here. Then we will move on to the same color adjective curves. Then we will select the curves. Okay, then we will change the RGB, the red mode. We will put it down a little bit like this. Put it on top here. Then we will select blue. All right, then we will put the blue here. All right, so this is the previous image, this is the current image. Previous image and current image. We are not done. Okay, so after this limit, you select the color layer, then you move to the history brush to you select the history brush through, then you brush over the eye to keep the original texture of the eye. Okay, so let's zoom it in and pick the history brush and reduce the size. So let's brush it over these colors. Some of the artworks are not to be blurred. Okay, so the nose still to let's reduce it and let's shine the lip a little bit. You can even decide to add lipstick image to the lips. If that is necessary and you want to leave it like that, you can do it. So let's brush over this eye here. Then the eyebrows, let's brush over because the hair need to be visible. So let's zoom it out again. This is the previous image and this is the current image. All right, so we'll brush over the hair too. So now what we'll do is we'll select the brush tool, then we will brush over the hair to keep it in original form without getting it to be more blur. Okay, so now let's move back and brush over the edges. All right, thank you for watching this video.